All right, we should be good to go. Perfect. Well, again, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for making the time for our session today. I'll just do some brief introductions, and then we'll get the show on the road here. So I'm Vishal Water, CEO of Atmosol. At Atmosol, we have been innovating in the e-commerce development and digital marketing services for over 12 years now. We have grown Atmosol's brand and reputation by building long-term relationships with clients like Red Bull, Jazzercise, Tupperware, Group SEB, and many more of those types of enterprise-level retailers. With us today will also be James Ricks, our digital marketing manager. James has been in the digital marketing space for 6 years now. He comes to us after leaving the AdWords team at Google and now leads the marketing department here at Atmosol. We also have Matthew Springle, channel manager at Bronto, with us today. Matt has been in the software industry for almost 10 years and in Bronto direct sales for 2 years. He is now working with partners like us to help their clients unlock the next phase of their email marketing automation. So just a high-level overview of today's agenda. We'll obviously do a brief partner overview with regards to our services, and then Matt will take over with regards to discussing how Bronto can help retailers like you acquire, convert, and retail consumers. So a little bit about Atmosol. We are a team of e-commerce experts with more than 12 years of experience in building world-class conversion-focused e-commerce solutions for enterprise and SMB retailers. We are certified partners of the Shopify, BigCommerce, and Magento platforms, and our team is based 100% here in the US. One of the reasons why we have chosen 3 different platforms to provide for our customers is because we take a platform agnostic approach to consult our clients on their short and long-term needs. With that said, I wanted to showcase just a small overview of our client portfolio that we're really proud of. Obviously, clients like Red Bull, Jazzercise, Tefal, Tupperware is just an amazing honor and privilege to have worked on. We wanted to talk a little bit about the bow tie funnel here that we presented that really shows how we work on our branding strategy as well as the approach that we take for our retail customers as well, for their consumers. And it's really all about starting with awareness, and eventually in the funnel, our clients end up in the advocate phase, and our clients being our brand advocates leads right back into having more leads and more customers in the awareness phase. And that's the approach that we take for our retail customers as well. And with that said, I want to start off with how we do that, starting with our development services. We pride ourselves on developing conversion-focused solutions that start off with development services that include e-commerce and custom development, custom designs, responsive themes, user experience strategy and testing, user interface design and optimization, and all of these development services and more go hand in hand with our digital marketing services that we implement for our clients. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over to James, who's going to talk about our marketing services.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to be with you here today. Okay, we are there. All right. Switching over to the digital marketing realm here at Atmosol, we offer an A to Z approach to digital marketing, giving retailers like you a holistic view of their entire sales funnel, as Vishal mentioned, starting with lead generation and awareness and ending eventually with the sale and client retention. At the end of the day, your customers are looking for you online in a countless number of ways. They're looking on social media, they're looking in their email inbox. People are looking for you. They just need to find you, and our job is to make sure that they do. Whether it's through paid media like AdWords, Facebook ads, or whether it's through organic search engine optimization, conversion rate optimization, the list goes on and on. But if there's one thing we want you to take away from what you're going to hear today, it's that no digital marketing strategy is successful or complete without a rock solid email marketing component. And that's why at Atmosol we partnered with Bronto for that aspect of your digital marketing plan. So today we'll learn just a little bit about a few of the powerful tools that Bronto offers, and for that we'll turn things over to Matt.
Excellent. Thank you, James. We're really excited to be here. First off, I appreciate the introductions, Vishal and James. Bronto is very excited to have partnered with Atmosol. We always are looking for, quality companies to partner with that can help our customers grow and vice versa. So a little bit about Bronto. We were founded in 2002. We were acquired by NetSuite in June of 2015 and by Oracle in January of 2017, becoming a strategic part of both of those companies' offerings. We are a marketing platform for commerce. It has been our focus since 2006, I would say, after the company got rolling, to focus specifically on driving revenue for retailers. And we're going to talk a lot about that today. Bronto's got about 300 plus employees. Our headquarters, where I am today, is in Durham, North Carolina, but we've got offices in London, Sydney, Australia, New York, Los Angeles, and Toronto. We serve about 1,500 brands worldwide, and we send about 20 billion emails every single year. So the infrastructure there for doing that has kept our clients, given them the scalability that they need to really grow, which is what this is all about. And so what I want to talk about is the methodology that we preach to our customers, that we find when we talk to people that have been doing, marketing successfully for a long time. This seems to be the best path. And that is from acquiring customers, engaging them, converting them, and retaining. And we're going to talk a little bit about some examples of that today and some best practices around that, what you can accomplish through email. So first thing is, it's important to know that we take a crawl, walk, run approach. So not everybody can go from zero to hero right away. It takes some time, and that's for two reasons. One, because, not only, you may not have all the resources, but I think the important thing is to engage your customers in the right way that they're going to feel comfortable getting all of that information from you. And so you want to kind of start slow and ramp up. And when we talk about this, there are lots of different campaigns that you can run: back in stock, browse recovery, welcome series, post-purchase, review requests, pop-up sign up. There are a ton of different ways to engage with your customers across email, and we're going to talk about some specifically. So campaigns that drive revenue. The first place we want to start is with acquiring customers. And it's important to know, and I think this has been something that's known by marketers across the industry, that acquiring a customer is typically more expensive than it is to retain one. But Bronto gives you some options for gathering those contacts and getting them into your database so that you can reach out pretty easily. The first thing that we talk about is a checkout email. Now, most marketers may think of this specifically as a transactional only email, or something that's just really to provide some information around an order that was placed. But what we'll notice here is any opportunity to touch your customers and tell them about your brand is an opportunity to market to them. And especially when we're looking at emails like this that have very high open rates and click rates, because obviously someone wants to find out the confirmation for their order, what their ship date is, all of that sort of stuff. So Bronto allows you to put in loyalty incentives, customer service information, additional promotions into these emails very easily. And they're non-invasive. When we talk about list growth as well, social media channels. Bronto has a socialite app that allows you to do things like Instagram and Facebook lookalike audiences, Facebook signups, Twitter lead generation cards. Anytime you can find your customers in a particular area that maybe they might engage with you more on Facebook versus with your emails, then this is a great opportunity to get them onto your list and receiving emails from you. And Bronto makes that pretty easy. On-site pop-ups. So you might have seen this on the slide a couple slides ago. Pop-up manager, Bronto has seen that anywhere from 100 to 300% list growth when it comes to pop-ups. Now, lots of marketers have said things like, well, you know, sometimes those things can be a bit invasive or this or that. And Bronto has put behind this criteria that you can set to make sure that you're still offering that great customer brand experience while being able to gather that contact information, or maybe ask a couple of pieces of preference data, right? Depending on what your brand is, what you're selling, there may be different categories or segments of customers. This is a great opportunity to grab a couple pieces of those information and start that conversation off the right way and be targeted right from the get-go. And this, yes, there it is, some numbers down on the bottom. Again, very successful tactic. In addition, engaging customers. So once someone has signed up for your list, now is when you're going to have that conversation. You're going to bring them into the fold of your brand and tell them about your products and why you want to shop with them or why they want to shop with you and so forth. So there are a couple different ways to look at this. I think the first thing that we want to start with is a welcome series. So generally speaking, a welcome series, no email program or strategy is complete without a welcome series from Bronto strategist perspective, and from what we've seen from retailers that have had a ton of success in this area. 33% of annual email marketing revenue comes from welcome series for these two customers. We see an average of about 25%. And when we talk to customers that don't have a welcome series set up, or perhaps a single email welcome series, something maybe just confirming that you've signed up, we see somewhere around 8%. So having a welcome series that's thought-provoking and thoughtful to your customers can really increase the amount of revenue being driven through that and gets them engaged with you right away. So some successes in this area that we've seen, again, we saw not on the high street on the last slide. When they employed a welcome series from Bronto, they saw 48% uplift in online email generated revenue, which is really big. In addition to that, Silver Jeans, their email generated revenue jumped from 0.5% to 22% in a little over a year and a half. Again, leveraging a welcome series to keep their customers engaged and let them know why they want to shop with Silver Jeans. Conversions. So the next step in this process is, once you have acquired a customer, you've gotten their contact information, you've engaged them with a welcome series and told them who you are, who your brand is, why they want to shop with you. Now it's time to actually get them to make that first purchase. So there's some great ways to do this. The first place that we recommend everyone start is segmentation. So in order to have that one-to-one conversation with your customers, what you want to be able to do is know who they are and put relevant content in front of them. This is where something like, where Atmosol comes in and where these partnerships are so strong is Bronto has connectors that are pre-built to Shopify, to BigCommerce, to Magento. And this allows you to pull all of that really valuable data into Bronto, slice and dice your customers, and put relevant content in front of them. And so you can see some successes here. Clark's, a well-known shoe brand, saw a 22% increase in their email engagement when they started segmenting just by gender, just male versus female. Open rates, 17% higher for the female segment than for the non-segmented lists. So click rates being 20% higher. Again, this is a simple version of segmentation, but very effective. And we've seen this across other brands as well. Another way to convert, and this is a strategy that if you're not employing today, or if you can't, this should be really top on the priority list. Somewhere around 65 to 70% of carts are abandoned, is what we see as sort of an industry average. Bronto has the ability to collect somewhere around 25 to 30% of those and then convert about 15%. So we'll talk about some of the wonderful successes that our customers have seen. Here it is. Number one best performing commerce marketing tactic. We have seen customers that have, paid for their entire subscription of Bronto with just cart recovery in their first year. Again, 15% conversion rates on this on this sort of stuff. And then 10 to 35% of monthly email generated revenue. This is a huge chunk. For customers and retailers that aren't doing this, this is a swing and a miss. So Bronto enables you to do this very simply. And so we'll talk about a couple of those successes. So when sending a cart recovery email, you want to keep it straightforward, right? Short copy, a clear call to action, and some value adds. Letting the customer know that you're not just there to get that sale, but you're doing them a favor by reminding them that there's an opportunity for them to get a great product from you all. World Kitchen, 2,000 abandoned carts recovered in the first 3 months. They were not employing this tactic when they came to Bronto. Once they began doing it, as you can see, it's been extremely successful. And a couple of quotes here, right? Johnny Was is a fashion brand that we've worked with for a couple of years now. And you can see, right, as email marketers, these are the numbers you just dream about. It really is so compelling when you're focused on driving revenue through email. And just a couple of stats there, 59% open rate, 40% click-through, very good. So similarly to the way Atmosol is going to make customers aware, bring them through that bow tie funnel and make them brand advocates, email is a great way to make your customers and help them to become brand advocates by retaining them as a customer for long periods of time. And there are some tactics that you can do that you can do with email in order to do that, and Bronto makes it easy. So when we look at something like a post-purchase series, when someone makes a purchase from you, they're engaged, they've spent money, they want to hear from you, they are going to open your emails. This is an opportunity for you to reach back out to them, thank them for their purchase, offer them maybe an incentive to come back and make an additional purchase. We've seen customers that will, with Bronto's automation, you can actually set a workflow to say, if I know that my particular product takes, let's say, 10 days to ship, well, then I can, once that order confirmation has gone out, I can set an automatic delay, wait 11 days when I know that their product is going to be there, and put an email in their inbox that says, hey, we know you've gotten this today. Thanks for your business. We hope you love it, right? Send us a review. Tell your friends. Great opportunity to market. Again, when it comes to the brand experience and the customer experience, a post-purchase series is second to none. It allows you the opportunity to educate your customers, again, on the products that they purchased, why they're working with your brand, why they should come back and continue to be a brand advocate for you. So, whether that's, in this instance, REI sending out some information on the new tent that was purchased by a customer, giving them some instructions and some links on how to set it up. And then at the bottom, you see some additional promotional stuff there, some additional products that may go with what they purchased. Again, a great cross-sell opportunity. Optimize your transactional messages. We talked about this a little bit in the beginning with list growth, but again, this is a great opportunity to not heavily market to your customers. You don't want to, it's not a best practice to make your transactional emails marketing emails. However, there is an opportunity here to share a little bit of information about your brand and your products when someone is going to open this email. It's a good way to take advantage of that. And then lapsed purchaser messaging. So one of the campaigns that we see our customers running that are really effective is, and one of the conversations we have on a regular basis is customers want to know, hey, I've got customers that I know have been engaged with my brand, have made purchases, and then they've stopped for one reason or another. While we might not know exactly what that reason is, there is an opportunity for you to, using segmentation with Bronto, to automate an email that goes out and says, hey, tell us where we went wrong, which is the example we see on the screen here from Not on the High Street, where at a certain period of time, customers that fit a certain profile we want Bronto to automatically send out this message, try and get them re-engaged with us. Speaking of post-purchase series and success, Brooks Running, who you may be familiar with, is a large shoe manufacturer, shoe company, retailer. And an interesting story, when they came to Bronto, they had a shoe that had sold extremely well over the years, but had kind of dipped off, and they were thinking, you know what, we're going to discontinue this shoe. There's really no point. People aren't buying it. But with Bronto, they were able to create a very easily a quick segment of their customers, anybody who had purchased this shoe. And they wanted to let those folks know, hey, we're sorry, but this shoe is being discontinued. What happened? That shoe is still produced today. They were able to put the right content in front of the right contacts, and now they have a shoe that they continue to manufacture and continues to get purchased. And of course, when they first sent that email out, sales on that shoe went through the roof. So being able to segment your customers, know what they've purchased, and put relevant content in front of them can be a huge win for a retailer. And you can see for that message and their post-purchase message, we've got 43% open rates, 530% higher click-through rates. Pretty impressive. And a 503% higher conversion rate. And the return per email, 40 times more than it had been previously. So suffice to say, email marketing is a strategy that should be employed by every retailer. The trick is doing it the right way. You don't just want to blast your customers with information that you want them to have. You want to put compelling information about your brand, your products, the experience that they can expect to have, and you want to do it tactfully. Bronto's automation and segmentation, combined with all of the great data we're pulling through your website, through companies like Atmosol and our connection and integration to that, really makes it even more powerful. So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to share this with you all today, and I think we're going to do some Q&A after this, but I'll pass it back over to Vishal.
Thank you so much, Matt. That was really informative, and very much appreciate you taking time to go through everything that Bronto does for the retailer. So yes, as Matt said, without further ado, I'll open it up for questions. We do have a few questions that have already come in, but obviously just wanted to let everyone know, feel free to submit your questions, and I'll just moderate those and ask the right people from our team for those answers. So as some more questions come in, I'm just going to go through some of them that I'm already seeing here. So this one, I think this one is for Bronto. Do you recommend a discount in the cart recovery email?
So that's a great question, and it is a question of strategy. So Bronto does it in a couple of ways. So one, I would say yes. I mean, anytime you can comfortably incentivize an email like that, a cart recovery message, it's going to make your call to action that much more impressive. What's neat about Bronto is, depending on where you are in the sophistication of your cart recovery, Bronto has filter nodes that will allow you to look and see maybe what's in that cart, right? How much, how high of a dollar value is it? Or perhaps even look at the stock levels and things like that, or specific line items. So some of our customers offer an incentive every time. Some of them like to check and see what it is that is in the actual cart, or what the dollar amount is, before offering an incentive. But that's a great question.
Perfect. Thank you so much. The next one here is, how do you get more information from your customers without seeming too intrusive?
Yeah. This is a great question. What we find as a best practice is to like I said on the pop-up sign up, when we're talking about list growth, just don't ask too much. If you want to sit down with your marketing team, and think about what would be the most pertinent or the most helpful information for you to have that is easy for a customer to give you, I would say ask those things. What we don't want is a scenario where you've got 10 different things on a pop-up because you might not get that information, but you might not even get the contact. So again, the other option there is, and Bronto has web forms within our platform, but you can, build this on your site if you want, is a managed preferences page. That's a great way to let people know, and you can put that in post-purchase emails, welcome series emails, a big call to action saying, hey, come manage your preferences. Tell us how you want to hear from us. Make it about them. That would be my suggestion.
Great, thanks, Matt. Next question is, I'm pretty sure this one's for Atmosol. So how do your development services tie into Bronto's email marketing features? I will definitely address this one. So, obviously from a high level, we are a full service design, development, and marketing agency. What we end up doing is we do the initial consultation with our retailers to figure out the right platform. Once we have selected the platform, we do the design and the development. And as part of that entire development project, one of the pieces is the Bronto integration. Now, Bronto does have plugins and extensions and apps that integrate with our primary platform, Shopify, BigCommerce, and Magento. And what we do is we work hand in hand with the Bronto onboarding team to be the liaison from the client side, from the retailer side, to do that integration and have it all configured and up and running. And then the Bronto team takes over after that for the ongoing management of the email marketing campaigns. But thank you for asking that question. Next question is, this one's for Bronto. Is it necessary for me to integrate my website with my email marketing platform for me to employ these tactics?
Well, I think the most accurate answer there would be no. It's not 100% necessary. However, in order to do some of this without a contact management segmentation tool like Bronto, you are going to spend countless amounts of time in Excel spreadsheets and other areas trying to filter and sort and make sense of the data in order to then take that and put it into whatever ESP you're currently using and then send that out. Bronto, because everything flows in through the integration, you can create segments in Bronto that are all dynamic. So once you have created a segment, let's say VIP customers, so they've spent X amount of dollars with you and make X number of purchases per year, and those are your VIPs. Well, you can build that segment in Bronto very simply with simple drop down, and then that segment stays up to date with the contacts that match it. So as a marketer, you don't ever have to go in and pull a new list. You create your email, select what segment you want to send it to, and you know that the contacts on that segment are going to be relevant to the message that you're sending. Perfect.
Thanks so much, Matt. Well, I think those are the majority of the questions here. If anyone else has any other questions that they want to ask us after the webinar here, obviously we've provided both Bronto's and Atmosol's contact information. We would love to hear from you. Any questions, comments, suggestions, anything really, we'd love to hear from the participants here. I think that's pretty much it from our side. Matt, any other closing statements from your side?
I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to meet with us. If you have, any additional questions about Bronto, please do not hesitate to drop me an email. More than happy to chat about that. And I wanted to thank you as well, Vishal, for the opportunity to be part of this as well. I'm very excited.
Of course. Same here, Matt. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate the partnership. All right, perfect. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.